Hey everybody, this is Iconic coming to you with another DCUO community live stream. We got quite a few nice styles here today this week. Let's go ahead and take a look. Looks like we got I guess a few Superman, Harley Quinn, some speedsters, and maybe an evil Parallax. More or less like a Kyle Rayner version though. Let's take a look. So we got ourselves like a Sinestro Core. I guess they were saying like Kyle Rayner at first, but they switched to the style. It's alright. And then, let's see, we got Damian Algold. Does he have the new belt on? And yes, he does. Look at that. Very nice. And then we have the Harley Quinn character. Let's take a look at them real quick here. Alrighty, so we got Count in chat. Welcome, Count. How's it going? They say, Iconic, I recently tried the lightning powers and super speed. So far, it's going pretty good. Oh, so you tried electricity. How did you like it? I know quite a few people who like healing with it, and of course, it seems like everybody likes the damage side of it because it does really good numbers. I remember back in the day when people wouldn't quite run with electric healers back in the day because they said that they were very power hungry. I remember when that was a thing back in the day, and I guess this was like during the survival mode, so this maybe have been around 2016, 2017, and maybe as early as 2015. I would say 2016, 2017 was when that was pretty much the idea that everybody was trying to run with healers that were everything but electric. But it looks like with the revamp that electric made a comeback and was just really good. I know it used to be really good early back in the day, and then it had a slump like 2015, 2016. Like I said, and then and now it's back, or has been back for quite a few years at this point. So they said, so far I'm liking it, even working on a style for him. It's not finished, but I can show what I got so far. I'll be at Little Bohemia in a moment. Sweet. Alright, awesome. We got Vicious here. And then we got Wally West over on the corner over there. Let's look at them there. It's not too bad. You'll be able to use that same hairstyle for the new Kyle Rayner look, for sure. You could make that now if you wanted to. The only thing you really need to do is to get the colors close, whatever colors they end up using. Here's a pretty nice Black Adam. And then we got this character down here. I mean, I like the fire aura. That's really nice. The new accessories that we're going to get from the Resurgence capsule, I believe this Tuesday, they look really good. I'm not crazy about the Rage one. I feel like they could have made it more like the other Lantern ones. But everything else there is pretty good. I really like the Quantum accessory that they got going on. The Quantum, the Fire, trying to think. Quantum Fire, and there was, oh, the Sorcery one was really good. And then there was one other one. But yeah, so they did a really good job on it for the most part. The nuclear one kind of seems a little non-existent. It's kind of weird. But otherwise, a lot of them look really good. They said the character goes by the name, I'm probably going to butcher that, but I'll keep an eye out for that name. Yeah. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a Captain America inspired character. Let's see. So they're just starting out. Kind of looks like a Black Panther inspired style, or has that sort of feel to it. So we have King Fly over here. So this is basically the whole Soulless Katana set, or Soulful Katana. Let's see. Let's dip down here a little bit. We got Vengeful Todd over here. I'm guessing they're trying to make like a red mask. I'd probably go ahead and like cover up the mouth area, and it would probably have a good like it would be like a good version of that character, like an odd but like I don't know, like maybe like an Elseworld version. We got Anthony Stark over here. Let's see. Then we got Sky Tyrant over here. I really like the hands for like Thanagarian styles. I think that actually works really good. You can see that's like ancient armor. It's very nice. Let's see. Let's see, we got Raw Man still over here. And then we got Ultramans. I'm in phase 1 count. Yeah, I'm in phase 1. Alright, so we got Nora West over here, DC Nora West. Right one, yeah. Definitely has like a, I like it, Legion style to it. Alright, let's see here. We got Becky Lynch over here. I thought I saw somebody over there. Check out the Savitar after. It's a nice material. And then we've got Icarus over here. got Wicked Melina over here. Has like a, well, it says Wicked in the name. Wicked Witch of the West feel to it. Let's see. And then we've got. Alright, so this is Count's character. Alright, very nice. Let me see here. Silent Hound. You know what? I think this style's really nice. The only thing is like I wish there was some sort of like gold on the belt. And it's like, I know they probably like the Harley Quinn thing, but the way it clips into the belt kinda, I don't know. Not crazy about it. But I feel like the belt, if it had some gold and you kinda lose the accessory, I think it'd make the style even better. But it's a very nice style. Then we got, I don't know if I've seen Furious Jeff before. Alright, so it's a little Thor style going on here. And then we got Immortal over here. I actually like this. I think this is a really good job here. I like the silver accents. Very nice. Let's look at Vengeful Todd again. I think he's got something really nice going on. Oh, he's trying to make the Arkham Knight. Interesting. I would probably use like a glow on the front on this. So I would either in this situation I'd probably use the white neon on this front headpiece or face piece. Yes, you'd have white on the little bit right here and on the eyes, but then you could do like a blue color on there, like, because you want more of a blue. This is more of like a greenish blue, like a sea blue. You want more of a rounded out, deeper, richer blue for that, and I think it would look really good. Got Green Arrow going on here. And then we got, let's just look at Iris West because we had seen Nora West. Alright. Maybe I missed them. Let's see here. Iris West, there we go. I gotta say, I like Nora West a little better there. Maybe it's just because it doesn't have a material or something. Alright, then we got King T'Challa. This looks like Black Obsidian right here. Let's take a look. Got our One Piece Zoro character. Alright, then we got Villain over here. me just find their name here, and then I'll look at chat because I know chat's probably popping off and I gotta take a look. Alright, so I've actually seen this one before. I kind of like the material on the trident. Alright, let's look at chat. Count says, if you have any style suggestions so I can improve, they're welcome. Charzik says, made it in time, appreciate the showcase. You're very welcome. And then we've got, Carmen San Diego. I used to have 2 or 3 of these games as a kid. Yeah, that's definitely quite the odd appearance, but that's actually pretty funny though. All right, then we got Ice Soups over here. It's not bad. It's pretty good for the character. We just need like better beards to kind, standalone beards would be kind of nice. All right, we got Yael over here. Here we go. Oh, we saw them. I think we saw them last week. It's very nice style. Yeah, it's very weird. I like the green hair and how it matches the eyebrows as well. Yeah, makes that head style a Joker kind of ish style, and you wouldn't quite expect that for that. Very nice. Yeah. Let's see. There was someone else that I want to look at. I'll just look at Robot Man here real quick. The name stands out. I mean, this isn't bad for the character. I just wish we had a better skin for him. It's not bad. Yeah. What name popped up to me and I want to look at it? What was it? I think it might have been this one. I don't know. We'll see. Super Saiyan Kale. I think we have a better chest style for her now. It would be the reborn chest is better for her now at this point. Let's look at Clark Kent over on the side there. This looks like this isn't based on like the Injustice Superman. One of the earlier styles, it seems like. And then we got Spangled over here. I don't think I've ever seen this character, so this should be interesting. It seems very patriotic. I just don't. I guess this may be like based on like Stargirl, maybe. It's not bad. Very nice style. Alright. And then we got Raven TM over here. It's crazy to think about, but this is the last day of August. Tomorrow will be September. We're already in September of this year. It's just crazy. And at the end of that month, we should have the new chapter, which will come along. I'm guessing from like the sound of the blog and everything that we're getting, It's probably going to be, you know, gray lanterns, black lanterns. So I guess we're going to try to prevent gray lantern conversions so that they don't turn into black lanterns, or they'll have some protect missions where you protect gray lanterns so that they are not attacked by black lanterns so that they don't turn into them. So that's what I think that whole thing's probably going to end up being. And it's probably going to be, of course, you know, Lucia being like the one that's in charge of all them, then them having to like work with her to get her changed back or something of that sort. We'll see. Hopefully it opens up like some more zones or something. That would be nice, like another new open world. That'd be cool. I was talking with a couple league mates earlier, and I was thinking to myself, I was saying that they would probably end up bringing back another flashlight, no, not flashlight, flashback raid. So flashback raid, and we were thinking like if it's Black Lanterns, I was thinking maybe they'll bring back like Blackest Day or Blackest Night. And I was thinking to myself, well, okay, well, I think the raid that they would end up choosing, just because it's more popular in general and has a lot more for people to do, like mechanic-wise, I think it would be, I think Blackest Night would be the raid that they end up choosing for it to be a flashback raid. I think that's where it'll end up being, so we'll probably have that come back, you know, and have it like brought up to scale and whatnot. Alright, so we got Char saying here, you think we'll get a new artifact, and if so, what are your predictions for role and artifact type? He said, I'd like a wolf pack artifact, a wolf pet artifact, a new pet that has different effects per role. They may do a pet one. I think they're going to do another DPS based one. That, or they'll do another healer one, I think. But I think I think they're going to do another DPS one, because I feel like they're not going to put that much. They're not going to waste their man hours and what limited resources they have. I don't think they're going to go ahead and shift them in any other way than for DPS, because the DPS side of things makes money. You know, everybody has to DPS at some point, and yeah, and I just think that's the route they're gonna go. DPS is more popular. You know, you fish where the fish are. So there's a lot more DPS than there are tanks, healers, trolls combined. So I think they're gonna go with what's popular and who they can get the most people with. So I think it's gonna be DPS. Maybe in like another role it'll work with like tank or something. I think it'll be a DPS artifact that's probably beneficial for like tank. Maybe it'll have like its stats or something like doubled or whatever. That's what I think it'll end up being. Yeah, more battle artifacts are necessary. Yeah. So I think if they do something along the lines of like Red Tornado, I think that'd be kind of nice if they kind of go in that route. But that's the way I can see them going. Like, you only have so much time to do the most that you can, so you're going to do something that's going to help the most people with the single artifact. But I mean, besides that, we also got like the new ability. The new ability. What is it? Let me see here. I'm trying to find this one character and I can't find their name. I'll look at this next person and then I'll go ahead and throw on that ability and kind of show how it works. They're right next to me. They gotta be all the way up over here. Okay, glory. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let me see if I can throw the ability on. Stat points, iconic powers, Starbolt. So the more you do in the combo, like each additional combo adds plus 25 power cost to it. Max power cost 300 per like Starbolt. Like this, what it maxes out at is 300, which is crazy. Bonus supercharge plus 50 on all of them. I know the last, like Star Blast, the last ability costs 400. So no matter how much power you have when you use that last blast, so it's a range tap combo. Did I put it on here? No, I didn't. All right, I unlocked it, didn't put it on my loadout. Let me fix that. Still has that locked icon. All right. I think I'm out of combat now. There we go. Let's do that. So with this Starbolt ability, you first activate it, and it tap, 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 and then you hold. Well, I didn't do it quick enough, but basically, so you go. Let's see, tap, 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 and then you can hold the hold range to finish it off. It's got a 6-second cooldown. Let me see if I can show it right here. Go tap, 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 and then you hold. That's the end. So the actual Starbolts themselves are single target, and then the last blast that you have. Let me drink a soda. Single target, and then you hold. And then that's AoE, that huge burst, it throws it out. But you can't see it because I have, if I go into my settings, my targeting is, it's just automatic, like, or at least it just, like, I don't do the WSAD mode where, like, I have to turn my character manually like that. It just stays front always at all times. But this is how it should look. 1, 2, 3, and then, see. Tap range, tap range, tap range, and then you do the hold. Yeah. Tap, 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 and then there you go. That's how it's supposed to look visually, without me messing it up multiple times. There. See, I ran out of power, so I wasn't able to do that last one. So I just went into a weapon combo. Probably doesn't help that I got the E-Bon on, so that's just gonna make everything. But yeah, so it's not bad. It's kind of power hungry. I mean, obviously, I'm not giving it a fair representation, but there you go. So, and I've seen a lot of people, if you just want to get the AoE blast, people like literally just activate and then they hold range. So they just do, so that initial Starbolt comes from activating it, then you hold your, there you go, and you get the AoE. The damage for the Starbolts are single target. They're okay, but they got a crit. So if you do a crit heavy build, I guess you could do some good damage with it. But otherwise, it may be a little lackluster at some loadouts. My current loadouts are better than the damage that this thing can do. I mean, obviously when I'm not messing it up. Because I'm used to hearing the effects, which I have all the effects and stuff turned off when I'm on stream. So I can't quite time it because I don't hear it like going off. Kind of like the same with like Rage Crash. I'm very audio. I hear it, and so I know when to cancel. But yeah, and you just do it like that. So it hits about for 9, anywhere from, and this is just buff with E-Bon, no like supercharges or anything. For me, it was hitting about anywhere from 90,000 to 125,000. So obviously the 125,000 is probably going to be like it critting, and then 90,000 is it when it's not critting. And then of course the AoE part, like this, the AoE part does about 370,000 hit per like enemy, like the ads. So it hits them all for that. So I mean, it's not bad, but I think it's an easy way for some people that aren't, that aren't quite up there on the damage side to get some easy damage. But I feel like if you're already hitting that hard with like channel abilities, you're not going to really need this. I'll send a hey. But yeah, I don't think you're going to necessarily need it if you're already doing more than enough damage. So it didn't work really well for my rage loadouts, but I could see other powers like benefiting from it. But yeah, it just didn't work for me. But I'm sure there's other loadouts, other power sets that could really use that sort of damage, especially if you don't really have any like real good single target abilities. Let me see here. Char says it was a decent art. Still haven't maxed out only because I use it on my Green Lantern. Yeah, the ring artifact's really good. Yeah, really good damage over time, as well as like Spore Pod. He said, "Have you tried the Pied Piper flute with Bat Swarm Iconic?" So I have, and I don't use the Swarm ability on this character. And honestly, I'm not going to buy it on any other character because it's just too expensive to try to be doing that. So I'm just not. But otherwise, the Swarm ability is not better than Berserk. So I don't use it over Berserk. So it's like, maybe it'd be better on other characters, but because... maybe it'd be better on other characters, but since it's too expensive and kind of prohibited, I'm not going to like do it on other characters. But the one character that I do have it on, which is this character, doesn't need it because Berserk is actually better than the Bat Swarm ability. Yeah. So it's like the one character that I do have it on, it doesn't even really matter because Berserk's better. Welcome to Chat Red Knight. He says, "Hello everyone. Does anyone get the Starfire NPC yet?" Yes. I kind of made a funny screenshot a couple days ago where I tested to see if I can have multiple of the NPC, and yes, you can. I've got multiples of the NPC. Well, not in any of my bases right now, but I kind of just took a screenshot showing that yes, you can have multiple in your base of the Starfire NPC. But yeah, yep, already got them. Then we got an Etrigan character over here. Char says, "I kind of want to get the Bat Swarm and level the flute for my vampire cosplay. I collected the swarm on my Batman." And Calendar says, "Your Starfire harem." That's what some people have said. I confirm. I do not confirm nor deny. That is my official stance on that. Char says, "Yes, she just chills in one spot and has dialogue. Nothing too interesting. I wish she gave the homecoming seasonal treats." Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if they added something like that to her, to where she gives like rewards or something, like throughout the year when homecoming's not up. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of like the spooky trick-or-treater. Yeah, the undead spooky trick-or-treater. That'd be kind of cool if they did something like that. And we got Colel over here. Yeah, I haven't listened to all the dialogue that she has. Um, yeah, but she's got quite a few options to look at in terms of um, what you can kind of like ask her about. So they did kind of flesh out a lot of different I don't know, like opinions that she has about certain things. I like, even though I got a few of them, I really haven't spent much time really like interacting and figuring out everything that like she says for the most part. I know that Multiverse went ahead and did a video on it, so if you're kind of curious to see what she says, I think he's a good place to kind of to check that out and to see, you know, and see how that exactly is. Because I know he posted it. I watched it. It was pretty good. He says that are interact with. Yeah, you interact with them in the base. Char says those treats are for buffs or those treats for the buffs are super. Yes, I have the Spooky and Sapphire Crystal. They both give buff snacks. You know who else gives buff snacks? I think the Leprechaun does as well. Yeah, I think the Leprechaun does as well. And I've had some people that are like, yeah, I like it, but I don't want to like chase after him around my base and, you know, that sort of a thing. And it's very simple how you can get around that. You put him in like a tube or something, like use like a chemical tube, and then it'll keep him in one spot, and then he won't be able to move around, so he'll just pop out a little coin here and there every like 2-3 seconds. So you could just go over and pick up the coin and then do whatever you need to do for the most part. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just trap him in a chemical tube, and then go ahead and then he'll pop out little coins every 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah, cage him up. Yeah, cage him up. Get him. Get those coins. Alrighty. Alright, we got the Superman out in force today. Then we got Razorburn. Let's see here. We got Calendar. Let's look at him. Oh boy, we got the Canadian Canuck over here. I think that's the character that we're kind of thinking of. Oh boy, love for the Canadians. It's power, so we got like a Zeus character going on here. Who else is, okay, Razorburn, that's who we were looking for originally. I know why they use that hair, it makes it look like his brain's kind of sticking out. Oh, what's that? Oh, looks like we could damage Silky over there. Man, that was weird. We got Wanda. That was funny. Just have the Starfire appear, and then the little Silky, for some reason, you can target them. I'm a villain, so I'm like, hell yeah, okay, all right. Let's see here. All right, I think I'm gonna look at Super Saiyan Kale over here real quick, and then I think I'm gonna drop down a phase. Yeah, so they just need the new, the reborn chest, and then I think they'd be pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and drop down a phase or two. Nope, wrong phase. There we go. King Coda looking crazy over here? Yeah, 100%. I think I just looked at him. Red Knight says my favorite homecoming event items are meditation emote are getting better than the new emote. Yeah, it's a really good emote. Char says gotta get the art XP killing those pets. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, we'll have to see. And then we got Sensei Kahame. So there you go. And then we got this guy over here. Got the green bleed aura on this character. Very nice. Alright. So I'm gonna see if I could drop down one more phase. If not, I'll switch back to the main one. I figure I'll probably look at another 2 or 3 styles at the main one, and then I think we can call it a stream for the most part, if I can't. Okay, so there's actually another full phase over here. I don't know how I didn't see that. There we go. We get in? Yeah, we got in. Alright, nice. And then we've got Circe Weaver over here. Circe character. I really like the glow of the eyes. I think it goes really good with like the accessory. Yeah, very nice. And that's also, I believe that's the dark crimson chroma. Very nice. And then we've got Supergirl of Steel. I don't know if I saw them earlier or not. I think they were wearing something else. Yeah. So they're like a torn prisoner suit, it looks like. And then we've got a Starfire character over here. This is like a good this is like a good like standalone style, you know, like if you don't have her actual style, you're using something different. Yeah, it's not bad. And then we've got Richard over here. I will say being in this phase is a lot easier to navigate all the names. Alright, and then we got Mr. Terrific over here. Yeah, they need to do the trick with the skin. Like I did with mine, I think you'd have massive improvement on this guy. At least for the head style. And then we've got little Superboy character over here. It's not bad. I think it's pretty good. Let's look at this character. So they're just starting out. PvP 1. And then you got Cavalero. Hero Academia. And then we can look at the M. Bison character. Oh, they're using the one of the new chromas. Very nice. Seriously, Weaver got something else going on. This looks like one of the styles from maybe Batman animated series or maybe Justice League. I know she was like in a show for a while, and so that's, you know, she was using something similar to that. It's one of her alter egos. Mistress Kang, if I can only fit. There we go. Okay, alright, so we got ourselves a Street Fighter going on here. The only thing is, they'd probably be better off getting a better top or something. Something that might be better would be either the Missionary of Hope, or they could do the Hopeful chest style. That might be a little bit better than what they got going on here right now. Alright. Alright, I got a question here for someone in game. Just need a few. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Yeah, somebody needs help in alert. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to the main phase, take a look at 2 or 3 more styles, and then I'll go ahead and I'll hop off stream and then help somebody alert if they're able to wait a few minutes. Thank you, Immortal. Counts has just finalized a new look for Carne Heisenberg. Remember him? I think I remember the character. What's up, chat? Shout out, Euro, best upcoming healer. Alright. Alright. So I'm going to look at 3 more styles. Let's take a look here. We're going to look at Wallace's here real quick. We got Thomas Allen over here. So an Owlman character. And then one more. Who shall I look at? Razorburn's looking pretty good, but I haven't seen Freedom Beast before. So okay, I'll look at Freedom Beast and then I'll look at Onslaught. So let's look at Onslaught Xavier right here. And then I'm going to look at Freedom Beast. Alright, so that looks like all we have for you here today, folks. I appreciate you hanging out with me on this Sunday afternoon / evening. And you guys enjoy your week. I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I don't know about you, but I should have the short for last week coming out in another day or so. If I'm getting really ambitious, I'll try to get it out tonight. But otherwise, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend as we go into the week. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.